Welcome back to Happy Family Life Creations, everyone. Excuse me for my voice. I have a bit of a sucked kind of throat because I'm having a bit of cold. This is a special request for the most beautiful, authentic, traditional dish of all our Indian around the globe. Everyone loves to enjoy. Which
It is also one of the kids' favorite, including mine's.
The mild and beautiful creamy butter chicken.
Butter chicken.
So let's get on without any further ado. If you have any feedback or suggestions, please leave that in the comment below. And please do subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet be a part of our family. We would love you to be part of our family. And yeah, let's get on with the recipe. Red chili powder, which is very essential for the base or the color of our beautiful grilled tandoori chicken. So this is some fresh ginger garlic paste. If you make it in homemade, it's well and good. I had this set right now in my fridge. This is nothing but ginger and garlic, which is nicely, I think there's maybe you can take 20 to 30 cloves of garlic and then ginger 3 to 4 inches, nicely chop them off and put them a little bit of salt, grind them into a paste and keep them in the fridge, whichever. It's very essential. Just like the garam masala is very important for Indian cooking. Then we have some good dahi, or which is yogurt. If you have full fat yogurt, it's well and good. This is my 3%, so if this does not be sufficient, I have some sour cream, 14% sour cream. I'm just adding for extra thickness and richness, for creaminess. And then lime juice or lemon juice, salt, and my extra addition which I'm going to do is into this I'm going to add a little bit of nutmeg powder and cinnamon powder, which I've already ground as I usually do. And my secret ingredient is going to be the mace, which is nutmeg kind of skin. So you can see we get this over here. It's a beautiful cake smell.
Wow.
Remember the Christmas cake?
Oh!
So this is the most essential thing if you can get this. And I'm going to have a few of that into my mortar pestle. Like this.
Can I do that?
Yeah. Little bit of Kasuri methi, which is dried fenugreek. And this is my favorite kind of, what you can say, ingredient for Indian cooking. I generally add this for anything I can be able to. For all my curries, my mutton, chicken, beef, curries, or
Are two
mushroom.
favorites?
Yeah.
Or
And this is all right now available in
yes.
all the Indian stores, as well as our superstores like over here in Canada, which is Walmart Superstore. You can get it in hand. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna just,
her most favorite Indian like things which to use in every curry which she uses is Kasuri methi, and the second one is coriander, her favorite.
Oh yeah, coriander. But for this, it's not necessary. If you want, you can use garnish. So as I'm going to do, the basic about this, I'm going to crush this, is that after marinating this chicken, we can leave this for overnight. The best results is leaving this marinate for overnight. So I'm going to make the butter chicken tomorrow if possible. If not, we cannot be able to stand that long, at least 3 to 4 hours. So at least in the evening, I can be able to take the chicken and do that. Then, as I was saying, the most important thing of butter chicken is the base of the curry, which is the gravy. So we saute some onions.
Oh yes.
Some onions, 1 or 2 medium size white onions, red onions, whichever you get in hand. I'm just using some white onions. Then some green chilies, a good amount of ripe tomatoes. You can use the canned ones. I also heard there's much more better to use the canned tomatoes, but I have some fresh tomatoes. I'll just chop them all together and saute them in nice good butter. So I'm just having some good regular butter. It's like a margarine, but I'll go and get some butter out later on. Then the most important, if you're not nut allergic, if you can be able to use some cashews, this is what gives the curry some creaminess, texture and richness to the butter chicken. So if you can get some good cashews in that, like around half cup to 3/4 along with this, That's the best thing. And then whipping cream. So add around 3-4 teaspoons, and this I can say is around 300 to 350 grams of chicken, not too much. It's just to show you people today. So that's our turmeric. And then we have around 1 good heaped teaspoon of garam masala, our homemade fresh. I'll just add a little more because this is the most important step. And then this is the ground cinnamon, the ground cumin and coriander seeds, around 1 good teaspoon of that. The nutmeg powder and cinnamon powder, 1.5 teaspoon of that, not too much, not to overpower that. Then we'll go with our Kashmiri chili powder, which is around 1/2 tablespoon for the beautiful color.
That rich color.
And then we go for our ground Kasuri.
Butter chicken is initially like not supposed to be spicy. That's why like usually foreigners
So this is our
don't
Kasuri
eat it
methi
like
and
this.
the mace. That's my secret ingredient.
So we need to just make it a little bit spicy since it's mainly supposed to consist of butter and everything.
Then around 1 tablespoon of lemon juice or lime juice. And then salt. Okay. Like just, you know how to season with the salt.
And guys, we have a special guest here. We have Ivana Rostoni. Say hi. Are you excited for the butter chicken? Is it one of your favorite dishes? Why do you like it?
Because it's butter.
This is butter.
Anyway, so coming back, 1 heaped tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. And finally, our yogurt. So that's around, you can say around 1/2 cup to 3/4 cup. So I'm just adding around this of this and our sour cream for the extra richness, because this is really a good thick amount of sour cream which will give the thickness and richness as a full fat yogurt. If you have yogurt itself, just stay with it, and please do not try to skip the yogurt because that's a very much important.
It's a very essential part of that.
Because that is what tenderizes, moisturizes the chicken and make it juicy. Otherwise it'll be very dry when you tandoor it or fry. Minimum 3 to 4 hours to at least more than overnight. This chicken will definitely soak up all that good yogurt
And it
marinade of
enriches the flavor.
and all the spices, and it will be beautifully enhanced in the gravy, and it'll be the best one you make. So confirm into the fridge. Back out on the fat, because this is butter chicken, guys. Even if it's instant, you can play safe and do olive oil or other kinds of fat or substitutes, but then that will vary the taste. And I don't prefer that, or I don't suggest that. Now we're going to saute some the spices. I'm sorry, I need some jeera, keeping the heat low, which is cumin seeds. Then a little bit of bay leaf, which will give some flavor.
All the Indian spices aroma is so
Not
good.
too much because we are add in the onions and the green chilies. I was just using white sweet onions. You can use red onions.
So according to what taste you want. If you use the red onions, it's going to be spicier, whereas the white one is sweeter.
Traditionally, red onions is mainly used in Indian cooking, and that's a little more flavor, especially for salads and all.
Yeah.
But in this kind of thing, I think this gives a much more better texture because it's sweet, so it will definitely balance.
So it will help the kids and everything.
And the most important thing I told you yesterday, as I told you, the best thing for if you're nut allergies, please use some cashews or even almonds work, but I prefer to use cashews. It's more creamy texture.
And after this, guys, we are going to blend this all in the grinder.
So 1 teaspoon of the garam masala. 1/2 teaspoon of turmeric, maybe a little more, and ground cumin, as well as coriander powder, which I had yesterday, 1 teaspoon, and our Kashmiri chili powder, which might come to around 1 tablespoon. Essential for this butter chicken or any North Indian dishes of India. So I just added some Kasuri methi. This is like, just looks like cilantro or dried parsley, but it's like very nice flavor. So just give another 2 minutes to this saute. Looks beautiful right now itself.
And smells so good.
And then just cool it down for 10 minutes and then puree that and we'll be done. We blended and pureed that butter chicken gravy into a nice base. This is an optional step which I'm going to do. If it's possible, please, if you can sieve it, we won't have any kind of bits of tomatoes or any kind, and we'll have a nice rich gravy.
Ooh.
Do that.
And why are we straining the gravy?
That's what I just said right now. So if you want a really good restaurant style, usually chefs do that. If you don't want to, you're okay with like little lumps or any kind of pieces which is not pieces, like if any kind of skin or spices are not blended properly, so you can see it's going to come into a nice
So if
creamy.
you're thinking that how would the chicken taste, I had a miniature taste test and we did not record that, so I'm just telling you, and it tasted pretty. Yeah, it's like really good, and I could get all that spices in there.
Tandoori masalas.
Yes,
the
but
nutmeg,
it's not spicy at all, you guys. But if you wanna,
butter chicken.
yes, yep, there's my little one.
Can you show?
Yep.
Quarter cup of the tomato sauce.
Ooh.
So just for extra creaminess. And adding in the kasuri methi. No, come on.
Yeah, she's curious.
I'm adding the dried fenugreek. Just crush it and just add it over here. This is the main.
She's very curious.
So I'm adding around maybe 1 teaspoon of the garam masala, which is the most flavorful thing of butter chicken. Not too much. You want to empower that. Around 1 cup of that cold water to just make it little loose. Please skewer.
That's one at a time. You know that, Mom. Remember? See? I'll show you up there while my mom keeps it.
Ooh. So this will be the one for around 10.
Oh my goodness. I'm stretching my arms here because I can't.
Let that go for around 5 minutes for the chicken, or 5-10 minutes.
That's actually really orangey here, but it's really like yellow in the camera.
Hey friends, so yesterday after making the butter chicken, I felt that there was a little bit of complication. So I just wanted to guide you people for a good really authentic butter chicken, please do use lots of tomatoes if you want to make it from fresh tomatoes. Otherwise, the best one I would suggest is again using one whole can of tomato sauce, tomato puree, which will be definitely the best substitute replacement, and it'll be very quick for you. So I'm just adding a very good generous amount of butter right now, and this was the portion of curries, and I felt that it was a little bit of masalas or spices were a little bit overpowering, so I'm gonna and the onions were a little more extra than the tomatoes, so I'm adding again one of the whole canned tomato, and going to simmer that for around 15-20 minutes so that all the water evaporates. And yeah, and then I will show you. Then last I'll add some more fresh cream, because I was able to only add around 1/4 cup, I think, which is only there right now. Yesterday I got some more, and we have to add at least 1 to 1.5 cups of cream. So let's go on. So I added all the 2 pots of curries which we made. Now I'm adding 1 whole can of tomato puree and around 1 cup of water, which I'll just pour into this can again, hot water, and let this simmer around 15 to almost 20 minutes, but not too much because we don't want to smash the chicken off. So now we can see the color is really good and the gravy is really thick, and I added around half a teaspoon of Kashmiri chili powder. You can see that. So I'm going to let this simmer for, you can see, around 15 minutes. So yeah, I've set the timer also. I added around a half tablespoon of coconut sugar. You can add honey also. Just balances and gives a nice sweet taste to the butter chicken. So you can see luscious kind of gravy, and as we strained it also, there won't be any kind of, you know, pieces or chunks, or you see like a residue kind of leftover in on the kind of in the gravy. And if you have less water or quantity of the amount, because I have like a whole vessel of this, if you have less than this, it will become much more easy and faster process. And yeah, the time for the cream is almost there right now. I'll just to show you a chicken nicely cooked. As you can see, I take a piece and break it in. Now I'm going to add my cream and some cilantro, fresh cilantro, and 1 more tablespoon of butter. So you can see I'm using 35%. Whichever fresh cream you can get, double cream, it works very well. As much as creamy and thick cream you can get. So I'm adding a good amount of 1.5 cups of cream, because it is obviously butter chicken, so you need that much amount of cream. It will nicely thicken the gravy and lighten the color to orange color. Now we'll add 1 more dollop of butter. You can see that much amount. And then season for salt, fresh cilantro. Along with that, I added a little bit of half teaspoon of green cardamom powder, another half tablespoon of coconut sugar, and some more salt to season to salt. After you garnish, like after you plate it, you can garnish with some more whipping cream on top and cilantro or Kasuri methi also, and then it will be done. So you can see the rich color of it. If possible, I'll show you after plating.